a name of Isaiah Curvin on the screen. Please turn on your monitor.
I'm here.
Mr. Curvin, is the headgear you're wearing a religious item?
It's a cap. I'm outside. It was snowing out here. I'm in Oklahoma City. I'll take it off in a second. That's why I got my jackets on. Yeah, it's kind of cold outside. No problem.
All right. This is your first appearance. We were scheduled for an earlier date. Mr. Curvin did not appear at that time. A 30-day suspension letter was ordered to be sent. Mr. Curvin apparently contacted the clerk's office following at some point in intervening and requested hearing. So we're here today for first appearance. Mr. Curvin, you are charged with driving without a valid driver's license or no DL. That is a Class B non-person misdemeanor. A B misdemeanor is punishable up to 6 months in the county jail and a fine not to exceed $1,000. Not saying that's what the penalty will be. It's just what the maximum available under Kansas law. You have the right to a trial if you are subject to a jail sentence, or if that's a possibility, then if you wish to have an attorney but could not afford one, you could apply to the court. If you met the financial guidelines, then I would appoint an attorney to represent you. However, if a person is not facing a jail sentence, then they're not entitled to court-appointed counsel. In a moment, I'm going to ask how you wish to proceed in regards to a plea. Right now, do you have a plan in regards to an attorney? Are you hiring an attorney, asking the court to appoint, representing yourself?
Represent myself, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Curvin, you looks like you're 33 years old. So absent some other compelling reason, you'd be able to represent yourself. If you wish to, I'm going to ask what your plea is. If you wish to have a trial, if you wish to, I don't know if you qualify for a diversion, if you wish to try to get the case resolved either through counsel or yourself with the county attorney's office, any of those things, then your plea should be not guilty. If you choose to plead guilty, then we would proceed to sentencing. I would hear from both parties in a pronounced sentence. If you plead no contest, that is then if the state were to present what we refer to as a proffer, a person who's pleading no contest are not challenging the charge, but they're not pleading guilty per se. If there's a proffer that supports the facts that would result in a guilty verdict, then that person would be.
Buckle up, because today we've got the return of Kansas's favorite sovereign citizen, Isaiah. And yes, he's back with more legal nonsense. Last time, this guy demanded a jury trial over Zoom from another state. Spoiler, it didn't happen. Now he's back in court after picking up another traffic ticket on his way to fight the first one. Irony much? What follows is a masterclass in confusion. From claiming admiralty law applies in landlocked Kansas, to filing a special appearance notarized in Oklahoma, to repeatedly refusing to enter a plea because he doesn't understand the cause of action. Meanwhile, the judge, calm, collected, and occasionally amused, tries to keep this circus on the tracks. Stick around, because this isn't just a traffic hearing. It's a crash course in how sovereign citizen tactics.
Found guilty, and we'd proceed to sentencing in the same manner as I described before. With those things in mind, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Are we on the record?
Yes.
Well, on the record before I make a plea, I'd like to simply state that I do not understand the nature and cause of action in regard of the elements of my personal jurisdiction, the venue, and the nature cause of action until the prosecution has properly allegedly for me, and therefore I'm not able to enter a plea until then. I'd like to know if it's going to be if I'm going to be tried under common law or is it going to be on the merit?
The first red flag. The judge literally spells out that Isaiah could get 6 months in jail and even offers him a free court-appointed lawyer if he can't afford one. Any rational person would jump on that. But not Isaiah. No, he decides to go pro se, which in sovereign citizen language means, I Googled law for 2 hours and now I think I'm Thurgood Marshall. This is where things usually unravel, because the system isn't designed for people to treat court like an improv stage. Quick question for you. If you
Difficult to hear you.
I got my headphones on. Did you hear what I said, or just what part did you need to
I heard
repeat
part of
for you?
what you said, so
Okay. I was saying, for the record, I did not simply understand nature and cause of action brought against me, with regards of the elements of our persona jurisdiction, and also the nature and cause of action until the jurisdiction, the prosecution has let me know what they're going to try me underneath, so I can let you know what I'm going to make my plea. I'm not really sure if it's under common law or is it maritime amity law. So I can know how to defend myself, and then I can enter my plea.
all right. Have you filed a motion for discovery in this case?
I filed in my I put a special appearance in affidavit in about a week ago.
Well, there's something that's listed as correspondence in the court file. I'm looking at it now. It's not an official pleading. Neither does it state that you've requested information from the state that we refer to as discovery.
You didn't receive. I emailed. I actually faxed the special.
And here we go with the Sovereign Citizen Greatest Hits album. Is this under common law or admiralty law? Now, I hate to break it to Isaiah, but Kansas isn't exactly a coastal state. There are no battleships patrolling the highways. Admiralty law deals with shipping and the high seas. Traffic tickets? They fall under state statutory law, plain and simple. But sovereigns love this line because it sounds mysterious and intimidating, when really it's just nonsense. The judge even tries to spell it out. Kansas Statutes, Article 2, Section 8235. But instead of taking the hint, Isaiah keeps circling back, convinced that magic words will make the case.
A document that looks like it is served or before a notary in Oklahoma that reflects what appears to be your signature and says respondent beneficiary of the named defendant in constitutional rights / benefits.
It should
Is
be
that the
like
document you're referring to?
Yeah, I think is it just only one they went through? Because there's like 4 pages, 4 or 5, a few pages that went through, not just one.
There's a 1-page document.
There's only one. It's supposed to be more. I faxed the more over there. It was supposed to be like 4 pages.
It's 1 page. Where it begins is at the top. It says the Supreme Court said in U.S. versus Mirsky.
Yeah, I have a copy right here with me. I think you're just referring to the last page, and I sent like 4 pages of them. I think I got it notarized at the end of it, and I think the notary already sent the last page to you, but it was supposed to be 4 more pages to go with that. And that was the special appearance.
All right. Are you entering a plea of guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Can I enter a plea at the moment because I'm not sure what I'm going to be tried under. What jurisdiction am I going to be tried under? I do not.
The infamous special appearance. This is Sovereign Citizen Code 4. I don't recognize your jurisdiction, but I'll show up anyway. The problem? Isaiah isn't a lawyer, so he can't file it properly. He faxes in a 4-page document, only 1 page shows up, and then insists the judge didn't get the whole thing. Imagine sending your homework by fax, half the pages fall under the machine, and then yelling at your teacher for grading it wrong. That's what's happening here. The judge calmly reminds him, correspondence isn't a legal pleading. But Isaiah isn't listening. He's too busy clinging to paperwork.
Explain what you're charged with.
Yes.
I'm going to put you down as a plea of not guilty and set this matter for trial. If you wish to
because I was my special appearance didn't make it. I need to resend it as well. How can I reset it so I can have a chance to resend my special appearance because it didn't make it in. I guess you only had the last copy of it. There's 4 more pages that you didn't receive. I need to enter that in beforehand. How can I reset until I can do that? I have time to do that. I can do it today, and we can reset it for this same time next week if that's okay with
I'm going to go ahead and set this for trial. You can, if you have pretrial motions that you'd like to address, they need to be properly filed.
you. Okay.
Sometimes if people are representing themselves, they're still held to the same standard as an attorney would be.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes people don't have the experience to do that correctly. So there's an advantage to having an attorney. But I'm going to set aside 2 hours for bench trial.
I'd like to be tried by jury if that's okay. If I'm going to be separate trial, if it has to be separate trial, like
Have you made a written request for trial by jury?
I have not. This is my first appearance today.
If you're seeking to have a jury trial, then you're going to need to file a written motion in that regard.
Okay.
Again, pursuant to Kansas law, there are restrictions in that regard. When we set a jury trial, I generally have a pretrial date that we have. You will be required to be here at Elk County to conduct that hearing. If you have pretrial motions that you're wishing to have heard, we typically would do that in advance at a pretrial. I'm going to set a pretrial date at this time. It'll give you an opportunity to place your written motion.
This line right here. I don't understand the nature and cause of action is the most abused sovereign citizen misquote of the Sixth Amendment. The Constitution guarantees you the right to be informed of the charges against you, not to fully comprehend them like a law professor. If you don't understand, that's why you hire a lawyer. But Isaiah twists it into, I don't get it, so the court has no power. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. And credit to the judge. He just keeps it moving, enters a not guilty plea on Isaiah's behalf.
About 1 hour? Okay.
Miss Gillette, on the 17th, do you have very much scheduled with Satterfield for your half day?
Can I do another day besides the 17th? I can't make that day. I have something on that day. Is there like maybe like the 15th or maybe after the 17th? That's the one day I cannot make.
We could do the morning of May 1st at.
And here's the kicker. When a defendant refuses to plead, the court doesn't just throw up its hands. The judge can and will enter a not guilty plea on their behalf. That's exactly what happens here. Isaiah thinks he's stalling the system, but all he's really doing